Hello and welcome to SirSmuggler's Let's Play episode 34 of season 2. And I'm back at my nether base here. Now don't worry, I will get back to the quarry this episode. I just wanted to give you a quick update on the nether. So remember the huge lava lake that was just outside my spawning place here? Well, not so huge anymore. Well, it's actually still huge, but a large part of it is gone. So right here there was lava, so I would be standing on lava if this was the first time I was here. So my pumps here have worked diligently and sucked up a lot of lava. So let's see what we got for our troubles. It's quite nice actually. As I said before, a tad overpowered perhaps, but so yeah, some diamonds, some gold, a lot of redstone and iron in droves. So we got 4 stacks of iron blocks and yeah, quite a nice payout I must say. So I'm not running low on diamonds or gold anytime soon, or redstone or well, any of this stuff anytime soon. So awesome, if a bit overpowered. Anyway, I'll get back to the quarry now, so I will meet you there. So here we are, and let's just get started. So I got my bag of goodies here, and we also got some stuff in here that we're gonna use, but let's just take a look here. So I marked out the area where I want the quarry, and I cleared out some of the trees here just to get a better view of it. So let's just start by placing down the quarry, why don't we? One quarry coming up. And as you see that message down there, the quarry now works as a chunk loader as well. So it will keep all the chunks that, well, all the chunks of the quarry simply will be loaded at all times. So that is neat, you don't need to put up any extra chunk loaders and stuff. Just collecting my area markers. And yeah. So this is not the absolute maximum size of a quarry, but it's a fairly large one. Fairly large. Anyway, let's pick up that last area marker and get on with it. There you go. And yeah, I marked up with cobblestone a few things here that I want. But let's continue from here. So we got the quarry that's gonna spit out items. We want those items to land in one of these relays. Yeah, but not that way. Wrench. Oh, my wrench is almost gone. Come on, there you go. I think I want it that way. I'm not sure. And then we'll have some kind of tube connected to that one. That's so the relay will relay items from the quarry into the tube network. And yeah, what else? Yes, we have the block grinder that's going to be involved some way. So where do I want this? I suppose it would be a good idea to have it fairly close by actually. Why not? Something like this. Sure. And a hopper on that guy. Let's grab some tubes, and there was something else. Yes, filter. So we got tubes, and but everything is not going to go down that path, of course, so we will put in the filter, and like that, I think. And here we can specify what is allowed to go in there, and that will be cobblestone and dirt. Cobblestone, dirt. That is the only things allowed to go that way. Everything else will go somewhere else. 2 item loaders positioned somewhere around here. Yeah. And then we want another relay, because this guy here will spit out any items it produces. And I'm thinking right there might be good. And I'm not quite sure if the relay is one way. Like if I do this, will it accept items in through this end? I'm hoping not, obviously, because I just wanted to spit out items this way. And yeah, I suppose I could put in a restriction tube there just to be sure. Doesn't hurt, but we'll try it out. We'll see how it goes. We could do this actually to try it. We can use a chest, and didn't I have a chest? I probably have one in my bag. One chest coming up. So if I put that one on there, and if I were to put a piece of wood in there, it gets spit out, and yeah, that one's probably closer to the junction there than this inventory anyway, so what if I just remove this? And yeah, it does not send it down this path. Excellent. So that works as I want it to. Perfect. And just to be absolutely sure, let's put a little bit of cobble in there as well. Cobble and dirt, why not? And they go through the filter and into this guy via the hopper. And also a new feature here, a bed. Good stuff. So I think this will be a really nice build once we're done. And here we're gonna have the steam boiler. So liquid unloaders somewhere around here that pipes fuel into the fireboxes. And aqueous accumulator probably underneath that pumps in water to it. And then we'll have engines somewhere around here, and energy coming into the quarry and block grinder. Yeah, we got these guys as well. There's so much. And why do I want 2 energy cells? Well, it's a nice and easy way to restrict or regulate how much energy goes into the block grinder versus the quarry. Because if you just connect regular conductive pipes or these redstone conduits. You can't really control how much energy goes where or how the energy is distributed. And I want to have a say in that, so yeah. On the other hand, yeah, I want to control that basically. So let's see, maybe I should just put that one right next to that block grinder there, and then let me figure out exactly how I want this build to be, and I'll be back. Okay, the plan is taking shape. So we're gonna have the engines right here. Let's see, steam engines will go like that. Yep. And connect it to the power and deliver the power to the energy cells. And we need to orient the engines and flip these to output mode. So energy goes into the energy cells, and this one connects to the quarry, and that one's directly connected to the block grinder. And if my math is correct, we're gonna produce 8 from each 8 Minecraft joules per tick from each engine, so that's 24 in total. There's a little bit of loss, I suppose, in the conduits, but it's very small, so we can almost disregard it. So that means we can plan on these 24 in total. And so I'm going to set up this guy to output the maximum of let's say 10 perhaps. We'll have to try it out and fine tune it later. And this guy 15. So that's actually 25 total, but that's okay. It's because well, this guy won't drain any energy unless it actually has some work to do, so that's okay. And yeah, if we produce more cobble and dirt than this one can handle, that's okay also. That's just gonna go into, if this hopper here is full, I'm gonna take out these things. Yeah, so if the hopper is full, the filter won't accept any more of it, and it will go instead to the chests and be loaded onto the train. So that's perfectly alright. The goal is not to process all cobblestone and dirt necessarily, it's just designed to reduce the volume of it. So that should be the power system, and yeah, let's build the boiler, why not we? So let's see, dump that stuff back, and boy, my inventory is always full, isn't it? Anyway, we should have here fireboxes and pressure tanks. So let's bring this down. This was just a placeholder. And here we will have our boiler. And the bed is not going to stay there forever, of course. It's a very temporary solution. So we got the fireboxes, and then this pressure tanks. And ta-da! We have a steam boiler. Excellent. And so you can build this, you can go with just one of these fireboxes and then a couple of boiler tanks on top of it. And you can also build it 3x3 or 2x2. And you can go, I think you can go like 5 or 7 high, something like that. At least 5 I think is possible. And the bigger the thing is, the more fuel efficient it will be once it gets heated up. But it will use a lot of fuel very fast in the beginning before the temperature rises sufficiently. So a bigger boiler is better if you are going to run it non-stop for a very long time. And the small one is for shorter burns. And I think this would be just about right for my quarry. And well, with the low pressure version I'm using here, 4 boiler blocks should be enough to power one of these industrial engines. And so we got 3 layers of 4, so 3 engines. And I hear Enderman. Anyway, let's use these liquid ducts to connect the engines to the boiler. And if you use Buildcraft pipes, one pipe is not going to be enough, I think, to handle all the steam for all 3 engines. But in these liquid ducts the steam can be compressed. However, as I understand it, you need to have it like that, because each connection will only output that much steam. So basically 1 connection for each engine. So I think this will work, but we'll just have to try it out and see how it works. And yeah, water. Let's dig down and place our aqueous accumulator. And let's see. Actually, yeah, he's gonna go right there, I think. And a little pipe. And some water. And here. And I need to find some water. Don't necessarily need to stand in it though, but anyway. So we got water flowing into this tank here. Excellent. And fuel is going to go in here. We got a buffer of 16 buckets. And then we're going to produce steam in this tank there. And this is the temperature meter. So once we put fuel in, it's going to start rising. But I don't want to do that until I'm completely ready for it. So we're just going to hide that guy. Excellent. Let's continue with this. So item loaders going in here and here. And I'm thinking a chest on top of each of those. So am I missing a chest? I probably didn't bring it. I can craft that, that's not a problem. So a chest on top of that one, and we can bring in the tube right between them, and hopefully that will distribute the items between the chests. I'm not quite sure if it works that way or if it will just fill up one at a time. We will just have to try it out and see. Like so. And holding track. And as with the unloading of oil that I did previously, it's only the first loader that's going to hold the stop track there, so we can load both carts, but actually have it set off once the first cart is full. Because if I put one here, it's just going to stop the first cart there, and the second one will be here, and we have no use for the second loader. So that should take care of loading everything onto the train. And we still have to unload the fuel, yes. So we got our unloaders, another holding track. Now this might be a little bit tricky because the standard setting for the unloaders is of course to hold the cart until it's completely empty. And if this guy is already full of fuel and the train comes in with more fuel, I don't want it to wait there until it's empty, because that would be bad, because then we would have a huge backlog here in these chests. So I have to figure out some good way to control that. But let's place down the actual unloaders to begin with. So I'm going to have one here, unloaders, and one there. And holding track goes on that one, standard track on that one. That should be good. And if I set up the train with the chest carts first, and then the anchor cart, and then the tank carts, I'm hoping we can unload the fuel at the same time as we load up items. That is the plan anyway. And yes, we need some piping from these to yeah, that's well, I don't need to draw them underground necessarily. But actually let's do that. And let's move this bed. So another neat feature about these liquid ducts is that they will not connect to each other if they hold different liquids, unless I force them to with a wrench. So that means I can do really tight builds, because they can run parallel to each other, just adjacent to each other, and not connect. So that is pretty nice. But I think I wanted to go deeper, but then I'll have water all over. Ah, no one's gonna see that anyway. Okay, that's not good though. It connects to the aqueous accumulator. So that doesn't work. And I'm getting pushed in. Okay. New plan, let's not do it underground. At least I got to demonstrate that feature. So let's just do it this way. Yeah, that'll have to do. Not sure, I haven't actually tested these liquid unloaders with the liquid ducts, but I don't see why they wouldn't work together. And let's eat. What about second breakfast? Anyway, what's next? Well, there are a few things. Well, I need to figure out, as I said, how to send the carts away if this one's full of fuel. So probably gonna do something with the gate trigger to check for liquid level and send a redstone signal to this track, something like that. And also I want to set up an auto off switch on the engines so that if this relay is full and cannot accept more items, the engines are gonna stop, so we don't produce any more items from the quarry. And yeah, I removed my bed. Bad idea. Let's just put it there. So I will come up with a good plan for gates and stuff for this track here, and the auto off switch when the quarry is producing too much items. So I'll be back with a plan as usual. Oh boy, time really flies, eh? So it's time to wrap up this episode actually. So I didn't quite get to finish this build today either, but we're getting close. So I'll be back next episode and lay the finishing touches on this project. And we will see everything in action. So I hope you want to come back and see that. I think it's going to be awesome. So thank you very much for watching, and I hope you want to come back and see me again. Until next time, bye bye.